Hi there, Sagittarius. Thank you for joining me for your weekly forecast for week commencing the 4th of August. Are you ever prone to exaggeration? Now, I'm sure, like the rest of us, occasionally you do overgild the lily. And part of the reason for this is that we want to make the best impression. We want to appear to be very enthusiastic and willing. And sometimes that might disguise the fact that inside of ourselves we may be groaning a bit that there's another task that we need to bite off and contend with. But this is a week when, seriously, that if you do go for it in a situation, and I do think your enthusiasm is going to be incredible at this time, you need to be very, very conscious of what the influences are playing out more in the background of your situation, the psychology of whatever you're doing. One of the great things about your sign is your appetite for new experiences. But in terms of your emotions, if you do go through some tough stuff, there can be a tendency to dust yourself down and just think, well, look, that wasn't very nice. What can I do next that will help me to recover from this and get back my sense of cheerfulness and positivity? And it is one of your great gifts. But the problem with that is that accumulatively you can leave behind little bits and pieces of emotions that don't actually get sorted out quite as thoroughly as some people who may go through more of a process of grieving, come into terms with their fallibility or their vulnerability around the situation before moving on again. And the reason that you tend not to do this as much as other signs is because of your ruler Jupiter. Because Jupiter always wants you to big things up. And that's what makes the magic of being a Sagittarius. But this is a week where you really need to keep one eye firmly on the old stuff, the old debris. And so if you are going into action on something and promising you can do something and you're absolutely sure that you can deliver, grand. But if you promise something and you don't deliver, that actually could end up affecting your credibility. So it is going to be really important that any actions that you take, you're conscious of what's behind them if you are trying a little bit hard to make a really good impression. Now, by the end of this week, the full moon suggests that your bright and breezy ways can see you sparkling in companionable company, for sure. This may even see you travelling. You may be highlighting particular places that you really want to visit to get off the beaten track, because anywhere that's different is going to feed your appetite for all that's novel, and that's wonderful. But just be conscious again of what your motives are. Now, if you are discussing anything of a legal nature or a sensitive nature with someone that really matters in your world, being truthful is very, very important. If you're committing anything to an email, you're saying anything factual, it needs to be exactly that on the back of the full moon. But once Venus moves at the end of this week to join up with that cluster of energy that's already in your sister fire sign of Leo, I do feel your desire to open up the vistas in your life is only going to grow in the following 28 days. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.